What's up and welcome everybody. It's Josh Shanley with Client Alchemist and Pipeline Pages, and welcome to today's live demo of CityBlast. We're doing something a little bit different today than some of our typical web classes or online training classes, and I think you're going to like it. In fact, I know you're going to like it, and I know that many of you are going to make a decision to start using CityBlast today, which we're going to give you a way that you can try it out absolutely risk-free. Okay, absolutely risk-free. So before we get rocking and rolling, can you let us know in the question, can you hear me? And can you see the screen okay with that stunning, handsome young fella on the right-hand side? And
You.
certainly, hey, I'm nowhere on the screen. Certainly let us know where you're calling in from or listening in from as well. Vince says, good to go. Come on, people. Give me some love here. Vieira, Florida. All right. I'm sure it's nice and warm. All good in Williamsburg. Good. Can hear and see you. Toronto. All right. Good. Okay. So it sounds like we're good to go. Now, a couple of housekeeping items before we really dig in and we demo CityBlast, show you what CityBlast can do and why you're going to want to start a free trial today with CityBlast. But before we do that, let's make sure that we remove distractions. Our goal here is for this to be about 30 to 40 minutes today, okay? Because we're going to respect everyone's time. And so, we're not asking for a big, block of time here. And so do us the favor, put your phone on vibrate, close your door, maybe lock your door even, and just give us your undivided attention for the next 30 or 40 minutes or so, okay? Number two, we will answer questions live, okay? Now, because we've already set sort of a time limit here that we're going to try and shoot for, if there are questions that we don't address live, we'll give you a way to get them answered, alternatively by email or even phone. So don't worry about that. However, as you have a question, as a question pops into your head, go ahead and just put it in the question box so that we don't forget. And the last thing I'm going to do, which is kind of odd, but I'm going to do things a little bit differently, is I'm going to recommend right now that you can go to cityblast.com/Josh, and you can actually start your free trial. So while Sean demos this, you can actually get started and you'll get an understanding as you go through and watch the demo of everything that you're getting access to on a completely free trial today. Okay, so I'm going to put that in the chat so it's there for you to take action on. And when you use this link or promo code Josh, you're not only can you get a completely free 14-day trial, but you will also lock in a 30% discount for the life of your account. Okay, so you can do that. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. You can do that. There's no risk. There's no harm in doing so right now. And if you choose to wait, that's okay too. We'll give you a chance later on. But I would recommend that you do it now. Now, our guest today is the co-founder of CityBlast, a fellow by the name of Sean Nilsson. I've known Sean now since, I think 2011. I don't know how that's possible, but I think that's actually possible. And as soon as I met Sean and he told me what he was doing, man, my ears perked up, and he was just really, he was speaking my language. He was preaching to the choir. And what Sean has been able to build with his partner is nothing short of fantastic. And in fact, I would say that it should be required for every realtor. There is data now that proves that in 2016, digital marketing has surpassed live in-person networking as the number one way of acquiring clients for real estate. And CityBlast is obnoxiously affordable service that you can use to get and leverage digital marketing and social media in an outsourced fashion. And so, they've done an incredible job. they've worked now with over 10,000 agents. They've generated some ludicrously high number of leads. I haven't even checked the number on the site lately. But all of that is to say that not only is CityBlast, like in my opinion, something that should be required for all of you to check out and use, but that it actually works. It does what it purports to do. It does what it says it does. And in fact, we'll share some feedback from some CityBlast users as we go through here. But for now, what we're going to do is turn it over to Sean. He's going to demo some of the cool features. There are so many cool features that we don't even have time within a 30 to 40 minute block to show them all. But we're going to show some of the more interesting ones and the ones that will make it even more clear why you should use CityBlast and get started with a free trial today. So, Sean, why don't you go ahead and take the wheel? I'm going to monitor the questions and so forth, and let's dig into CityBlast.
Awesome. Thanks very much for the intro, and thanks for having me on. It's always good to be on with you, Josh. So I am Sean Nilsson. I am the co-founder of CityBlast.com, and CityBlast is actually a company that I didn't intend to start or run. It kind of happened by accident. So to tell you a little story quickly before we dive into some of the features and what we do here. I started out as a real estate agent in Toronto. Toronto has about 40,000 real estate agents in it, compared to a city like Chicago, which has about the same population and has 14,000 real estate agents. You can imagine Toronto is a pretty competitive real estate market in terms of providing real estate services. And in my first year in real estate, I was able to do 24 deals and $165,000 in commissions directly off of my Facebook account. So I was posting articles, videos, and information out to my Facebook page, just using the free components of Facebook, not running ads or anything like that, and posting real estate information. And in my first year, as I said, did 24 deals right off my Facebook wall. Other agents in my market began to approach me and ask, what's the secret? What is it that you're doing on social that is causing you to get all these leads? And I started teaching other agents my system of posting added value content, great content that other people might be interested in, out to your social media to generate conversations and to get people interested in potentially working with you, and then, of course, turning them into clients. And what had happened in that first year was people said, okay, well, your system sounds really great, but I'm too busy, too lazy, don't know what I'm doing, I can't stay consistent, I don't write well in English, whatever. Would you do this for me? And I started doing social media management sort of by chance for agents in the Toronto market who had asked me, and I was charging them $1,000 a month for the service, and I had 1, 2, 5, 10 clients, and so on. Now that company has grown into CityBlast. We have over 10,000 clients all across North America who are real estate agents and brokers who have the exact same problem. They want a robust lead-generating social media presence, and they need to not waste time on it and not spend their all day long curating that presence on their own. And it's pretty interesting. Over time, I eventually stopped being a real estate agent and focused specifically on CityBlast, and here we are today. So kind of an interesting progression from being an agent myself and being successful in social to delivering that system to others across North America to now today where we work with thousands of others. It's pretty cool. As you can imagine, the service has grown, and we're going to show you some of the things that the CityBlast's experts can do for you now that I didn't start out doing, but over time we've built and made the platform more robust and so on. When we started out, we had a core service, which was doing my system of social media posting. And as you can see on my wall here, you're just seeing some examples of kind of what that looks like. Posting out great articles, videos, and information about the real estate market, and allowing your friends, contacts, and so on to read those posts and interact with them. And that's one of our primary services that we perform here at CityBlast, which is content curation on behalf of our members. So you are too busy, too lazy, don't know what you're doing, don't want to do it, can't stay consistent, whatever it is, we handle it for you. You're going to tell us how often you want us to post, what specific styles of content you want, what geographic market you specifically want us to focus in on, and then which connected accounts you want us to post out to, your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, and you're going to set it and forget it, and we're going to do the rest. And we don't perform that service for $1,000 a month like I used to when we were a small company. Now, the normal price for us to do that is $99 per month. And in partnership with Josh, we are going to be offering a 30% lifetime discount, taking it down from $99 to $69 a month to have us manage all of your social accounts for you. But beyond that, we're also going to give you a 2-week free demo, which I can already see over here on my other monitor that quite a number of you have already started the demo like Josh has suggested right off the bat. So for those of you who have already begun your demo, you'll be able to get into your dashboard. And let's go look at my dashboard right now, and I'll show you kind of how this works and how you set up your settings on CityBlast for your content and how we're going to create all of your content. So if you go to settings in your dashboard, you'll see that here. I'm accessing my settings tab inside of my CityBlast dashboard. For those of you who have signed up and are following along, obviously you're on cityblast.com and you're clicking on your drop-down menu here, My Account, and Settings. And then for those of you who haven't signed up yet, come and join us if you like. By clicking Try Us Now and signing up, you'll be caught up with us in about 1 to 2 minutes from now. Here's your publishing settings. You can choose all the different styles of content that you want our experts to post, and anything that you submit here sends a message to your social media experts who manage your account on our end and updates them with what you like. So maybe you want to add some architecture or design, and maybe you don't like mortgage news. You can go ahead and just update that to be your new settings, and we will only source and post the styles of content that suit your business. In addition, you can choose the days of the week that you want to publish on. You can publish up to a maximum of every single day. We don't recommend that. I recommend that you publish about 3 or 4 times per week. It is the kind of the optimum range that you want to be in. If you publish every single day, it can start to be a bit much. And we'll talk more about the styles of content and publishing frequency in a moment. You can also choose which geographic market you want to focus on. I'm focused in on New York. And I want mainly my content to be focusing on New York, USA. If you want, you can add a secondary market of whatever kind you want. Maybe you work also in cottage country or with vacation homes, or maybe you just want to focus on an area that's a little bit outside of your main city or town. And you can choose any market all across the US and Canada. We have clients in Hawaii. We have clients in Alaska. We've got clients all across Canada and the U.S., in every state and province. So don't be afraid to choose your town or city and put it in here, and we will get to work trying to source the best articles and videos and information that we can for that market. And then I'm going to show you what some of these other cool features are in a minute, but these are different things that you can elect to add on, and they're all included with your $99 a month. In your case, $69 with Josh's discount code. Which we'll talk more about in a couple minutes. And then you choose where you want us to post, your Facebook fan page, your Twitter, and your LinkedIn. All of these settings and all of this posting is included in your monthly fee. There is no extra cost for any of these things. And what the result is what you saw here. So I've told my experts that I want to post on days A, B, and C during the week. I've told them I want New York. You can see here, New York Times. What else have we got? You know, they won't necessarily all be focused on New York, but here's another New York. We do a great deal of focus on your market simply because we know that you want to have a lot of geographically focused content, but we also do national content because it tends to be richer and more tell a broader story than just always focusing on hyperlocal. And you can do kind of either as you want, more local or less local, and that's something that we can look after for you as well. So I've got my days of the week going, I've got my styles of content going, I've got my geographical focus going on New York, and from there, my social media experts at CityBlast are going to post my articles, videos, listings, information out to my Facebook, my Twitter, my LinkedIn accounts, and keep me always looking professional, up to date, generating leads, and so on. And that's basically the CityBlast posting system in a nutshell. Josh, did you want to round that out, add anything that I might have missed that I know you're a big fan?
No, I mean, compared to when we first met, um, it was a bargain when we first met, right? And now it is so much more robust in the ability to choose the type of content, choose what day you post, etc. Again, I cannot say this, any more bluntly. Like there is absolutely zero reason for you not to use CityBlast right now, like to sign up. Now, a bunch of you already have. I've been noting in the chat and giving shout outs to those of you like Chuck and Sam and Christy and Matt and Brett and there's a few more as well. But there's just no reason. Even if you're doing your own social media, this is a great, great sort of complement. So when you get busy, right? Because it happens when life gets in the way, CityBlast is always kind of just working in the background for you, right? And that's, leveraging systems in your business. I mean, that's one of the primary ways to grow your business exponentially is leveraging systems. And I don't know of any better one to be using on some level than CityBlast. So really good stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, the other great thing that we do, I think, is you can also access in your dashboard, not only can you set up your social manager to do the posting the way that you want it, but also you can access the results of everything that they're doing, which you can see here. In the last 30 days alone, I've had almost 1,900 clicks on my CityBlast experts articles that they've posted, 195 likes, 37 comments, and 8 shares. So you can see the kind of power that you can get out of all of the posting that's going on. You're going to stay top of mind. People are going to be engaging with your articles. People are going to be reminded every day or every other day that you're a real estate professional, that you're on the ball, and so on. And you're going to be generating leads, which I'm going to show you in one second how CityBlast generates you leads. Not only do we generate leads by people communicating with you directly on your Facebook wall, but we've also got awesome, awesome lead capture tools that work insanely well. I'll show you one more thing that a lot of people don't think about. I'm going to Google myself right now, and let's see what happens. When you Google me, look what happens here. My very first result is my Facebook, and then my second result, LinkedIn. My third result is my website. And as you go down, you'll see Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. So about half of the results on the front page are actually my social results. And we'd all like to imagine that our Facebook is, or that our website is the #1 result and is most important, but it's actually not. You've got all of this opportunity with your social presences. Every time you hand out a business card and somebody Googles you and then clicks on your Facebook page and goes to these pages, and you don't have up-to-date content, great articles, you don't look like you're running a business that's thriving, you are losing opportunities. Those people are going to go and work with somebody else, or perhaps somebody hears about you in another way. They Google you. They're interested in working with you. All of those people need to be able to find an excellent social media presence, not just the people who are already on your Facebook, already on your Twitter, and already on your LinkedIn. And to speak even further to that, CityBlast will help you grow your audiences on all of the platforms as well. We have a program by which you can pump up your social media footprint. So not only are you handing out business cards and people are Googling you and searching for you and finding that, hey, you've got a great social media presence and you look like a professional, but we can grow your presence. We can get the people who are already in your sphere seeing better content and make sure that there are more and more of those people as time goes on. 86% of real estate clients surveyed said that they expect their real estate agent to be savvy in social media. Expect is the word that they use. So if you've got 86% of your clients expecting something from you and you're falling flat, that's a big problem for your business, especially with something as important as social media marketing, which, as Josh said, is now more important than word of mouth marketing. in 2016, getting out there and getting digital leads is now the absolute #1 biggest way to grow your business and to funnel people toward your business. CityBlast is going to help you do that across all of your social, which are the biggest platforms now for that. Speaking of which, I'm going to show you guys a feature here that I know Josh is a big fan of, which is what we call our branded bar. So we do a whole host of different kind of cool, interesting things with our content that an agent can't really do themselves. One is the tracking of the results. For instance, you can't see how many people click, and you can't very easily see your likes, comments, shares, and all of that aggregated information and these other statistics. We're providing you those statistics and that feedback, but also check this out. Every post that our social media experts do on your behalf, we embed, if you want, a lead capture tool. And so people will see this post come out, and they'll go ahead and click on it, and they actually see, oh, the lead capture tool is there for just a second. Sometimes some of the sites move on relatively quickly from the lead capture tool. There you go. So the lead capture tool pops up. Want to know how much your home is worth? And I could say, yes, please, if I want. If I don't choose anything, it'll continue on to the article, and the person can read the article. But this lead capture tool is actually introduced by CityBlast into the process of going from Facebook to the article that they're going to read, and will stay on the screen for about 3 seconds, offering them a specific offer, in this case, what's your home worth? And that person can put in their home information. Are you interested in potentially selling within the next year? Sure. Go to the final step. They're going to put in an email, and then when they press that button, that's going to send an email back to you as the real estate agent. So look what's happened here. You've posted a great piece of content. Well, we've posted it for you. You've signed up for CityBlast and told us what kind of styles of posting you want and for what geographic market. We've posted them out onto your connected accounts for you so that you don't have to do it. People have clicked through and read those articles, and I mean, even on the average account, we've got 482 clicks in the last 30 days. So 482 people have clicked through and seen your home value offer, and they enter their information and they send a lead directly to you saying, hey, I live at 123 Mulberry Lane. I'm interested in knowing more about the value of my house because I'm thinking of selling this year. And we funnel thousands and thousands of leads to our clients through those lead capture tools on an ongoing basis. You sign up for CityBlast, sit back, do nothing, and check your email and look for leads to come in. And it goes nicely hand in hand with all of our other services. We post for you, we capture the leads through the post. Certainly people sometimes just write in here and leave a comment that says, hey, I'm interested in buying, can you get in touch with me? You get leads through there. And you can also get leads through your lead capture tool that are funneled toward your email, and then you can get out there and hopefully win that business and turn those people into listing clients and so on. And another cool way, Josh, I know I'll stop there and let you jump in because I know that you're a big fan of the branded bar. So did you want to add anything before I go on and show them some listings and syndication? I mean,
it's like an ethical way to hijack other great content, right? And do so in a way that isn't too over the top, I guess, for lack of a better description, right? But you know, it's just this was a bargain. CityBlast was a bargain before this existed. Now it just makes it an absolute no-brainer. And it's also like when you go to clientalchemist.com/Josh, the first thing CityBlast will ask for is your email address, and that's the email address that they will send those leads to once they start coming in, once the service starts working for you. But it's only one of several ways that you can directly generate and attract leads, right? Because there's direct benefit and there's indirect benefit, right? Because Sean didn't really hit on the fact that when he first started doing this type of marketing that CityBlast now does for you, is he became like a recognizable superstar or celebrity in his market. People would recognize him as being, a real estate big shot even before he actually was. And so there's lots of direct benefits, but there's also a ton of indirect. And he gave one example. An indirect would be retaining a client that you may have lost if they had Googled you and saw that your social media was a ghost town, because they now expect you to be using social, which means they assume you are, which means if you're not, they're going to move on to the next person and find someone who is. So yeah, lots of stuff there.
Yeah, and as you can see here, even after the branded bar closes up and the person can go on to read the article, we actually keep this nice persistent advertising bar, the branded bar, over top of the content and provide the person with offers here, which funnel leads back to you as well. And that will actually persist as the person navigates through, as long as they're typically as long as they're remaining on the same site. You'll continue to see this branded bar stay at the top. So it's just more free quality advertising for you in their browser now, and obviously funneling leads back toward you as well, which is great. There's a few other ways we generate leads. We can't touch on all of them because we do have a limited amount of time. I'm going to try to see if I can find a listing here for us. I had them turned off for a while, which was silly of me because I was going to want to go back and gather one up later. But one thing that we do, and I'll find one here as I'm talking, one thing that we also do that's really, I think, pretty powerful for agents is we can share and syndicate listings out. Okay, here's a listing. So this listing was shared by my social media experts at CityBlast, and it's simply one of the pieces of content that we post out for you. And in your settings, you can choose to have listings on or off. So if I have CityBlast experts managing my social media for me, one of the styles of content that I might want is to have listings, and that's right here, local listing showcase. You can just turn that off if you don't want listings, but if you do want listings, it'll really help you look like you're always a top producer and doing a lot of work in the real estate industry and so on by having listings frequently posted out onto your social media accounts. You know, once every week or two, we make sure that you get a listing out there and you look like you're busy and rocking the world. Now, this is not my listing. This is actually another agent's listing who works also in the New York market, and because my geography is set to give me New York content, I will get New York focused listings. And my friends and followers can click through on that listing and go to the CityBlast page for that listing. And again, this is not my listing, but the lead capture and the branding goes to me here. The agent who listed it is listed down here for compliance. So we have a compliance section where we're attributing the listing to where it belongs. But as far as the lead capture, the lead's going to go to me. And this other agent who has this listing has actually submitted this listing specifically to CityBlast to be one of the featured pieces of content that goes out onto people's accounts. So if I'm an agent who wants listings on my account, I'm going to have listings turned on because they're great pieces of content and they generate lots of leads for me. But also, if I'm an agent that has listings, I can submit my listing through the listing tool on CityBlast to be one of the featured pieces of content that goes out onto all the other connected agents throughout my geographic market. And look at the power that you can have. So these are back in Toronto when I was still in Toronto marketing my listings at the beginning of CityBlast. But look at this, 128,000 newsfeed impressions and over 1,100 people clicked on those links to go through and view the listing on CityBlast. 66,000 saw it, 629 clicked it, 78,000 saw it, 659 saw it. So you can drive all this massive amount of attention through to these listings, and I've actually sold quite a number of my listings by doing this. The other agent, whoever was Wall, this agent named Greg, sold 2 of my listings in 1 year, one time, using CityBlast. And obviously, I had submitted my listing. It went out onto Greg's wall. People clicked on it there. And then when they got to the page, they kind of liked the look of it. And then they clicked the Ask Greg button, even though it was my listing. They clicked on the Ask Greg button on the CityBlast site. And it sent Greg an email. He showed the property and sold it, and we had a laugh about it because he sold two of them that way within the same year directly with me. So, of course, he knew that I was the co-founder of CityBlast, and so he just got back to me and said, "Hey, man, CityBlast is working." This was another deal through CityBlast, and we had a laugh. But you can see that it obviously would work when you're getting these kind of exposure numbers through your market, exposing your listing to lots of people, and getting listings on your wall so that you're always looking consistently like a top producer who's got lots of listings. CityBlast does that for you as well.
Think about also
Josh.
how you can leverage that on a listing appointment. You can actually show data like what Sean was just showing. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, one of the things that we do is we use a service called CityBlast, and they help us syndicate your listing and get you massive exposure. For example, here's the kind of reach that some of our listings got. Think about, compare that to having it's essentially akin to having a billboard for a listing, basically. And Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we don't charge you anything extra for that. That's just part of what we do. When we list your property, do you think it will be easier to get a yes in a listing presentation if you can demonstrate value like that? And that's sort of rhetorical question, because it's obviously yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you touched on a good point there, which is you can tell the person, hey, these 86% of people now who expect you to be savvy and social, you're going to have a leg up on anybody else who's not using the same technology when you go to that listing appointment. So we're going to get you the listing appointments using the lead capture tools. We're going to help you win the listing appointments using the fact that you can use the listing network as part of your listing package and so on. And this is not at any extra cost. This is all, the listings are all included with your $69 a month fee when you use Josh's promo code JOSH to sign up for your CityBlast demo account today. And this all is included. The only extra costs, which we can talk about with you once you're signed up, are doing some fan page growth. If you want to do a growth package, we can add that for you as a nice side thing that will help you increase your audience and your followers and all of that sort of thing, and help you to generate even more leads down the line. And we also can help you with lead packages as well, where we're driving leads toward your sites and so on. So all of the main stuff that we've just talked about, though, is all included with your normal monthly payments, and it even gets better from there. If you choose to do semi-annual or annual billing, the price even goes down further. Annual billing is a one-time payment of $720, which amounts to $59.99 per month. We're going to give you Josh's discount using the promo code JOSH on this amount too. So you're going to save 30% off of even that, which gets you down to something like $1.50 a day. Imagine spending $1.50 a day to have a completely curated presence, not only on Facebook, but on Twitter and LinkedIn, to get all of those lead generation tools, to get the listings and the leads pointed at you, and all of the stuff that's included, all of the benefit of dripping on your audience, constant lead generation, and your top of mind presence, and Johnny on the spot. If someone Googles you or looks you up on Facebook, you have all this great content posted out to your accounts. You look like a pro, and you've got a solid footing for your business in social media, which is now not only by my own description, but being mathematically backed up by NAR and others as the #1 source of lead generation in 2016 for your business.
So the link to get started is in the chat once again, cityblast.com/Josh. Katrina, Alyssa, Bunny, Karen, Sherry, congrats to all of you. Those are just happen to be the last 6 or so that have taken advantage of the free trial. No risk here. Nothing to lose here whatsoever. Just go to cityblast.com/Josh, enter your email address, and then follow the prompts. Simple as that. Okay, now we're going to open it up for a few minutes, just a few minutes for Q&A. And because we promised that we were going to keep this to 30, 45 minutes. Karen says, do you recommend using both your personal Facebook account and your business page? And the answer is absolutely yes, both. If you've got them both, great. If you want help with the latter, just reach out and we can help you with that. And that way you can get even more from the CityBlast service. But absolutely, if you've got both, you can use both. And I want to reiterate something that Sean hit on, but is often a question that still comes up for folks is the cost is fixed. Whether you use it, you have CityBlast experts posting for your Facebook personal profile, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook fan page. It doesn't matter. It's one price. Does not matter. It doesn't matter what type of content you select, how often you select, same price. You get a 30% discount. That is good for today only. Today only. So you need to take action. There's, again, like I know I'm a broken record here, but there's zero risk here. Zero risk. CityBlast, they've been doing this for years now. Let me share with you. I promised I'd share a couple of stories and sort of testimonials from users. Lena says, what a great time saver for real estate agents. I never knew what to post on social media, so I never posted anything. I felt like I was not helping as many of my social media followers as I could have been with their real estate needs. With CityBlast, it's automatic and I don't have to worry about it. That was from Lena. From Bill, CityBlast makes it easy for any realtor to have social media impact. Creating meaningful content for social media is not an easy thing to do. However, in today's fast-paced world, it is one of the most crucial to remaining relevant. Let CityBlast handle your social media posts so you can stay focused on what really matters, your clients. And Sean says, definitely a great option for the busy agent. I would recommend this for any agent who struggles to find content to share on a regular basis as well. I would say I'd recommend it to any agent. Even if you want to do it your own, you need this in place as a backup for when you get busy, because you are, right? Another one here. CityBlast makes social media a breeze. Experts update Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn profiles with relevant research and authentic content that will appeal to prospective buyers and sellers. Become the expert in your neighborhood. That from Shanta, I think is how that's pronounced. So good stuff here. Let's see. Steve, couldn't hear. I don't know why that would be, Steve, but I will be sending out a replay as soon as it is rendered. So you'll probably get a replay link, a recording link within an hour or so. But don't let that keep you from starting a free trial right now. So go do that right now, and then you can listen to this later. How many of my other pages will they post on? I have 3. Dennis, you should have 1. You should focus on 1. So you can post on your personal and 1 fan page. And really that's you really, and Steve, I know you're a pro member. Like we beat the drum on that. It should be, we really should focus on building 1 fan page asset. Really focus on 1 and build that audience is what we recommend. And that's, it's one of the reasons why CityBlast is set that way as well. Raphael and Lisa, welcome. Raphael and Lisa. Raphael Quintero, welcome and congrats on starting your free trial. What other questions do you have? And if not, we're butting up against 40 minutes already, and so we might come in for a landing. Here's what I will say. I'll give a little space for maybe another question or two. If you do have a question that is unresolved or unanswered, when you go to cityblast.com/Josh, up in the top right, you'll see the number, and at the bottom, there's the email address, info@cityblast.com. You can use either one of them, and you should not let that stop you from starting your free trial. So get your question answered, but you might as well just start your free trial in the meantime, because once again, there's zero risk on your part to doing so. Sean, what are maybe 1 or 2 other questions that are pretty common? And Catherine Rogers, congrats on taking action as well.
People often ask if the $99, or in your case, $69 covers all of the platforms or just one, and it covers all of it. So this is an all-in-one cost that is going to cover your Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Facebook fan page. All of it is included. So don't have any confusion about if I post more, if I want to post more often, does it cost more? If I choose a different geographic market, does it cost more? The answer is no. Once you're a client, you are a client, and we will look after you however you want us to, and that's inclusive of all your different platforms. Another question that people have is, well, what if I have a small market? Can I still use CityBlast? And the answer is yes. We are going to do our best to find local content for even the smallest markets, and certainly I would say a third to a half of our existing clients are in smaller markets, and we do our best to go and find information from the local newspapers and magazines for that market. If we can't get you something local that week, or if there's not a lot of content locally, we will look to the county level, we'll look to the state or province level, and try to make it as custom and local for you as we possibly can. So CityBlast is certainly for everybody in markets great or small. There's no extra cost to submit your listings. As I said, if you are a big listing agent and you want to start to use that listing tool where you can syndicate your listings out across social media, we will handle that for you, and it's completely included with the fee. And there's no subscription fee, no cancellation fee, completely month to month. If you select month to month, or if you choose annual, great. But if you go month to month, there's a 2-week free demo for all packages, and then it's no subscription, no cancellation fee. Cancel anytime. We stand behind our product, and we are happy to provide you with the absolute best product. And if we're not doing that, we of course want to hear from you, but I think it's pretty rare that that happens. We have close to 90% of people who start a free 2-week demo with us stay on to become full-time paying clients, and there's a reason for that. The average client stays with us. We're only a 5-year-old company. Our average client stays with us for 34 months currently, and that number is growing month after month. People like to set it and forget it, so definitely something worth trying out, completely zero risk, and we're happy to put our money where our mouth is, and we stand behind the product. You can certainly cancel anytime with no penalties or anything like that. Josh, what else do people ask?
You know what? I think that those are the big ones, quite honestly. And we promised everybody that we weren't going to go past 45 minutes, and we're at minute 44. So let me say again that if you do have a question that you got to have answered before starting your trial, you can call or you can email info@cityblast.com, or the number's right on the page, cityblast.com/Josh. You can get those questions answered. I have a question. I want a cool sketch drawing like the team at CityBlast. I want one of those cool images. Here's one, and this will be the last question. What link shows for the FB post? Is it my link or a CityBlast link? It's a CityBlast link that has your branded bar on it. Right? So it's a CityBlast link, but it's your CityBlast link, if that makes sense. So
And you can customize that link also.
Right.
You can choose what you want this link to say.
Absolutely. So kudos to those of you, a bunch of you who have already taken action. If you have not, now is the time. The discount is good for today only. The 30% discount on the lifetime of your account is good today only. So go ahead and take action. Start the free trial. Nothing to lose there. You can cancel anytime. A bunch of you already have done that. Sean, thank you for your time today. We'll send a recording, a replay to everyone as well as soon as it's ready. And just go and take action. Get started right now. You're going to love it. And if you don't, you can cancel. No harm, no foul. Sean, any final words?
No, that's it. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to the whole whack of you who have already signed up. I'm following along over here, and quite a number of you have already signed up, and we appreciate it. Welcome to the company. You'll receive a welcome call. I'm going to try to make those welcome calls myself within the next probably 24 hours. And if you have any questions, feel free to call us. We're real human beings, 1-888-712-7888. or email us info@cityblast.com, and we will get right back to you. Welcome aboard, and take action for your business. And thanks a lot, Josh, for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, everybody, for being on. Go ahead and take action, and we'll can't wait to hear from you.